Totally. Let's go back a little bit. I just want to make sure that we understand the anatomy of a marketing campaign. What's the basic anatomy of a marketing campaign?
I wouldn't say the anatomy of marketing. I would say, look, what do you need to create a strategy and a plan, right? And then the campaigns come out of that, right?
Well, let me give you some examples of what I'm referring to, right? So if I'm thinking about, Pepsi releasing a new flavor of their drink, I'm going to think there's probably going to be a press release. There's probably going to be a commercial.
Yeah.
There's probably going to be some maybe.
But you're already going to the tactic is my point.
Okay.
Like we're not even thinking about that. Like you have to go all the way to the front end, right? The front end is like, okay, this is how much money we're making. This is what our competition is doing. We need to make X amount of dollars, or we feel that we're losing an opportunity in this space. That's where the strategy comes in. I see. Right? And then there, you're going to make a decision. You're going to make a decision. Hey, do I have the product to fill that void? And I have to increase the awareness to get more of that share? Or there's no product in that space. I got to create something to fill that void. You know what I mean? So there's all those kind of conversations to make sure that you're, putting the right thing in place.
It sounds like what you're saying is you have to really you have to sit down and really do an analysis of the business at hand, the landscape of your business, to figure out what's not being served in the market, or what you're not serving, where customers are being underserved, to figure out exactly how you can expand that business offering.
Exactly.
And then once you figure out where you need to expand it, then you begin to think about the plan to close that gap by increasing your reach in terms of marketing and promotion.
Exactly. So it's really about kind of coming up with what that strategic plan is, right? And then from there, and you have to understand your consumer, your competition, and how you play within that space. And then from there, when you have that, overall vision of where you want to go, what you want to sell, who the consumer is, then you create a plan around it, right?
Okay.
And that plan is going to be 3 years long, 6 months long, whatever it is to get you going. What is the plan? So the plan could be like, hey, I just want to launch the product. Okay, so now the campaign comes in. Okay, now how are we going to launch the product? Or it's, I want to make sure that I sell things, in the next, every 6 months, I want a big peak of sales, because we know that, during the summer we sell more, and through, holiday we sell more of these things. So then you create campaigns around that to create the demand. So you have to understand what that strategic vision is. Then you could put a plan against that, and then the campaigns come in to support the plan. And then depending on the need of whatever your initiative is going to be what levers you use, right? So if it's a launch, maybe you don't want a commercial. Maybe you just want to do press and really get the momentum of the community, and you create vibrancy, engagement about the dialogue of that to get people hyped about it. Maybe it's nobody's been talking about your brand for years, or you're seeing a lot of decline. Well, maybe there is an advertising campaign that we need to put you right front and center, and making sure you get as much awareness as you possibly can. So it all depends on what you need. And these are where the levers come in. So it could be heavy promotion where you have to be more tactical, one-on-one. Or it could be publicity, right? Because you're going to need as much free press that you can get. So that's where it all comes in. But it's all under the umbrella of marketing.